To a student stepping up to this obstacle course for the first time, the environment is the curriculum. Building their confidence to face it is a structural science, rooted in how we intentionally design the yearly plan. Research on self-determination theory shows that students are most motivated when they experience three specific conditions: competence, autonomy, and a sense of relatedness to those around them. To apply that research, we are going to build a confidence-optimized unit blueprint. This is a framework divided into 4 actionable quadrants designed to build mastery over time. To begin, you will need a specific motor skill to target, your average class size, and a blank document to map out the upcoming sections. By structuring a unit around these psychological needs, you create a path where student success is a predictable result of the program's design. The first quadrant of the blueprint focuses on mapping the challenge sequence. Perceived competence grows when students see their own progress. Tasks should be structured so that success comes early, strengthening their readiness for the next, more difficult challenge. In a throwing unit, sequence from stationary targets to partner practice to small-sided games. This allows success before the task becomes unpredictable. In large classes, keeping momentum requires stations. The gym divides into concurrent zones for different challenge levels. These zones allow a teacher to match the difficulty to a wide range of ability levels simultaneously, ensuring every student stays active and challenged. Intentional sequencing transforms a complex sport into a series of manageable, achievable milestones. Step 2 of the blueprint is scripting a bank of task-focused feedback cues. Feedback is most effective tied to a controllable action. Instead of saying, "good job," use cues like, "step toward the target before you throw." Specific corrections help students adjust their performance immediately. When they see a direct link between a small correction and a better result, their belief in their own ability to improve strengthens. To provide this feedback at scale, utilize peer feedback cards or self-controlled video stations. These tools allow students to receive technical guidance independently. Scripting these cues in advance shifts the student's focus toward mastering specific body mechanics and repeatable success. Step 3 is selecting a method to make student progress visible. Confidence grows when the evidence of improvement is clear. When students can track their own learning, their motivation to persist through difficult tasks increases. You can choose from several tracking tools, including personal best records, skill checklists, goal boards, or simple data trackers. The goal is to help students notice that their practice is leading to change. In large classes, use self-managed sheets or station cards. Having students update their own data keeps the system manageable while making growth tangible. Providing this evidence turns the abstract concept of getting better into a visible record of achievement. The final quadrant of the blueprint is embedding structured choice and fast reflection routines. Choice supports autonomy, but it must be structured to avoid overwhelming the class. Offer specific options within stations, like choosing a partner or target level, rather than open-ended freedom. Reflection routines complement these choices by helping students monitor their own learning. When a student identifies which cue helped them most, they are actively participating. In high-enrollment classes, reflection must be highly efficient. Every student needs to process the lesson without adding significant time demands to the period. Methods include a 1-question check-in, quick partner shares, or a 60-second squad huddle. These routines help students recognize their own growth, reinforcing the autonomy that drives long-term engagement in physical activity. You now have a complete confidence-optimized unit blueprint. By combining a challenge map, task-focused cues, visible trackers, and reflection routines, you have designed a system for student success. This framework scales across the school year. You can begin with foundational success in the early months, increase the challenge mid-year, and give students more ownership of their goals as the year concludes. Large class strategies like zones and peer feedback cards are the specific mechanisms that make this science of motivation work in a real-world gymnasium. When you design for competence and visible progress, students experience the repeated success that drives confidence. Take your blueprint and implement these 4 steps in your next class.